Hi everyone, so I've grabbed Bridget out of clinic for a quick chat to catch up with her. Been with us 2 years now, which is gone quickly.
By.
Yeah, absolutely. So I thought it was a good opportunity to kind of just get have a chat and talk about where you came from and what you do. So you're a sports therapist. I was originally a sports therapist a long time ago before I became an osteopath, and I'm really passionate about sports therapy and the things that it can help you do. So that was why I was really keen to bring you into clinic. So tell us a bit about your journey in the world of sports therapy.
So I originally started in semi-pro football. That was kind of where the jobs were. So I started off in just a few different sides, really, a few different clubs, which then took me on to jobs with football academies. So I kind of had a passion for working with children, mainly from 6 to 18, really, with academies.
So younger age groups, okay.
Yeah, as young as 6, really. Started at Watford's football club and was part-time there. Really loved it. And then I got a job with Chelsea's foundation of their women's side. Amazing. So I was kind of working with boys and girls, same age range. I sort of was in charge of the 18s down to 6, or 16s down to 6 really. So once I'd done that, I kind of then coincided it with working in a clinic to get sort of patient experience in a clinic. And obviously spent 10 years in one clinic and then I've come to you guys afterwards. So
do you find that doing the football back in the early career sort of guided the stuff that you enjoy doing?
I suppose so. With football, obviously, it's mainly lower limb injuries. I did have the occasional, concussions, etc., and shoulders, but a lot of it was lower limbs. So I really liked and enjoyed doing ankles, a lot of ankle sprains, ankle fractures with children, and then knees. Most commonly was really ACLs, which is the ligament in the knee. They take such a long time for rehab, so 9-month rehabs. I think every year I had probably at least one player with one to rehab. So I guess that also then linked my rehab and my strength and conditioning side of it in, which is obviously what I do here a lot. And then we also did a lot on preventative. So the main thing was to try to stop the players getting these big ACL injuries. So we used to use a FIFA 11 Plus program, which is all about warm-up exercises the players could do to stop them or prevent them getting ACL injuries. So that sort of combined, I mainly like knees and ankles, and then children, adolescents, all their growth kind of injuries as well that I had to deal a lot with.
And seeing them through the stages of growth as well.
Yeah, and rehab, obviously rehabbing, so my specialty is obviously going from a player on a Saturday or Sunday injuring themselves and getting them full fitness back to the level they want to play at. And obviously some of these clubs were high level for the children at that age. So getting them to compete again at that level was obviously really important. So that's what I enjoy.
I think it's great for me to see you using some techniques that are used for elite high level athletes on everyday people, all of our patients, and I think we strive to create gold standard treatments for everybody in here. So bringing some of those FIFA protocols in from elite sport, and I know some of the people you worked with have gone on to much higher things in their sporting careers, so it must be quite a satisfying thing to feel that you've been part of that. Yeah,
so obviously I always want to see the end goal, especially with children. You want them to be good for the rest of their lives and strong and functional and have a good career. So, some of the girls I was working with back 10 years ago and now playing for England, one of them had multiple injuries, including a big ACL injury at an FA Cup final. She's now written a book about her subsequent injuries and the fact she's still playing at the top level. Lots of physios have had part of that, but being part of their recovery and process feels good, and I'm pleased that they're obviously at this top level still, having had injuries. And in the book you might spot me.
You've got a mention in the book.
I just get a little cheeky mention. So that's great to see them performing at that level still. So
I think Bridget, now you've been with us for 2 years, and I think the one thing that Bridget has added to us is to kind of create the fullness. We're talking about the prevention of injury and the recovery from injury, so sort of filling in those end and beginning parts of injury recovery. So whether it's training for a marathon or whether it's recovering from an injury on the sports pitch or even outside of sports, so it's not just sport that a sports therapist does.
No, could be a painter and decorator, and with a shoulder injury, and we'll get you back to doing that functional.
So in the clinic we're pretty good at sharing patients. You might find you might come to see me and I push you on to see Bridget to do some rehabilitation, and we catch up quite a lot within clinic and talk about the next steps and how we move forward. So I think working on the knees, working on the hips, working on the shoulders. The team downstairs are really good in reception at working out which therapist is the best fit. So just what I would encourage you, if you're not a sports person, don't worry about that. Sports therapy isn't sports people. And yeah, I think if you want the best rehab possible, then I think that's your goal. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed catching up with Bridget, and it's always a pleasure for me. And yeah, we will chat to you soon.